Hey guys, we're here day trading futures on episode 6 of my live scalping series. I'm your trader, Michael Chin, and I'll be teaching you my exact process by showing you the live trades that I take in my morning session. So if you're interested in following along, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Now, it is Thursday, February 6th, 2020, and we are looking at a 2000 tick chart of the S&P 500 futures. This is my favorite chart to trade, and I like to come in right before the market opens. So right now it's about 6:34 a.m. Pacific time, so the markets have just opened. And at the start, we can see that there is a clear downtrend in the market. I like to identify the current trend when I come in, and then I also like to figure out, where are the highs for the day and where are the lows for the day. Now, I am a price action trader, so that means I trade purely on price. I don't have to use any of those fancy indicators to show me where the trades are. The bars and the candles will tell me exactly where the trades are going to set up. The only indicator I do use is this 21 EMA exponential moving average, and this is going to help me decide where the trend is. If prices are above it, it's going to tell me that prices are probably trending up, and if prices are below it, then prices are probably trending down. Now, when we're looking at a bear trend at the start, the only thing that I'm looking for are trades to the short side. So I'm looking for any opportunity for a pullback to sell. Now, we have seen prices really start to sell off here. They have come down and they've almost tapped the lows for the day, but now we are getting our first pullback. And what I like to do is I like to buy two-legged pullbacks and I like to sell two-legged pullbacks. And so what we are seeing here is we're seeing our first leg, and now we are waiting for that second leg to sell. And why is this powerful? Well, because a lot of traders know that this is a pattern that the markets like to make. So when they do see these two-legged pullbacks, they will come in and sell. So I'm just waiting for a bearish bar to give us confirmation that this is a good opportunity to sell. So here we go. We see a candlestick that looks something like this, or even like this, which is even worse, which basically means that prices opened here and then they closed here, which means that they traded in a very bearish pattern. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell right below this bar and enter in with all of the other short traders who are looking to sell this move, because this is a two-legged pullback, and so a lot of smart traders are going to come in and try and sell this. So we are looking for a 1-point scalp, and I go for a 1-point scalp because that is what's known as a scalper's profit in the S&P 500. This is where a lot of scalpers will exit their position, so I'm going to follow along and exit with them. And now 1 point in the S&P 500 futures is worth 50 points. And you're going to see me scalp for about 3 contracts here. So on every trade, I'm going to make $150 minus some commissions. And then I do have 1 contract that goes for a runner. And that's just in case, if the market wants to plummet here and give me a nice gift for the day, then I will take it. Now, what you're going to see here is prices start to tick 1 tick higher, and what that's actually going to do is that actually might trap some traders to the long side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have another order here to sell for yet another 1-point scalp in case the market starts to fall through. But I closed that order because I saw that this candlestick ended in a doji. And doji candles are basically trading ranges, which means that there's not a lot of conviction here. So they're not the best bars to enter trades on. But just because that trade didn't come through doesn't mean my old trade is no longer valid. There's still a lot of sellers that are coming in to sell this two-legged pullback. And so that is why we got filled here and we got our 1-point scalp for the day. So we are now 1-0. And what I like to do is I trade for around 3 hours in the morning, right? I still have a full-time job. So at around 9 a.m. Pacific, I have to start heading out to work. So what I try and do is I try and get around 3 to 4 good trades every single day, and that can give me a nice profit of around $450 to $600, depending on if I get 3 or 4 wins. And then I have these runners as well, and so those can change up the math a lot. So as you can see, my runner got kicked out for a break even. So we are up $150 for the day. We are 1-0, and now we are looking for the next trade. So it's been about 40 minutes since our last trade, and as you can see, prices bottomed there and actually started to reverse and become bullish. So now that we are in a bullish trend, I'm going to be looking for the opposite. I'm going to be looking for pullbacks to buy. And as you can see here, we do have that two-legged pullback, and I did miss the order. This should have been a stop order, and it should have swept us in the moment prices broke above. But I did miss it, and that's fine. So I'm going to put in a limit order to see if prices can back up and let us participate in this move. Now, why do I look for two-legged pullbacks? Well, two-legged pullbacks are the pattern that the market likes to make. It's something that a lot of traders have just accepted and a lot of traders have known to see work. And basically it's because the market likes to attempt things in two. It would be weird if the market just made moves in ones, right? You just get these like V-shaped patterns, right? You'd see like prices go up and then they just go down and then they'd go up again and go down. And that seems like a very weird thing to do. And so more often than not, you will see prices make these, instead of a V-shaped pattern, you'll see like a two-legged pattern down. And this is something that a lot of traders have come to realize. And so the smart traders will come in and sell right here if they know prices are coming down. So likewise, when we see this kind of bottom here, you know, if prices were trending up and then we just got this bottom and then it just went up V-shaped, that's a little crazy. That's probably reckless buying. And the more standard thing to look for is this two-legged move where we come down once and then we come down a second time and then prices resume up higher. So that's exactly what we were looking for here. We got filled on our order and now we are 2-0 for the day. So we're up $300 on that, and now we get to see how far this runner can go. Hopefully we can come back into this trend line. That's usually what happens with prices. When we do break a trend line for the first time, we like to try and retest it and see if prices can move up higher or if they will resume. And remember, this is just like a two-legged move. They could go down and break the trend line once, come back in, and then break it a second time. And that time it'll be for real and prices will actually start to sell off. So we'll continue to monitor this runner and see how far it goes. And it looks like our runner is about to get kicked out here. Oh, there we go. So we got out and we secured a 1.25 on it, which is fine. I'm really happy with it. And it brings our total up to $362.50 today on 2 winning trades. So it's only been a few minutes since our last trade, and now I'm stalking a trap for some excited short traders who tried to come in and sell this two-legged pullback. Now, two-legged pullbacks are very strong, but you have to remember that you have to take them in the right direction. Right? Prices have been bottoming here and prices are actually starting to look like they're about to change and turn bullish. So this isn't the place to be looking for a pullback to the short side, right? If prices are trending up, then we look for pullbacks to buy. And if prices are trending down, then we look for pullbacks to sell. So what's happening here is a lot of traders are coming in and trying to sell this, thinking that the market is going to continue down on this pullback. But what's actually going to happen is that I'm going to be looking for a way to trap them, and they're going to get trapped the moment that prices start to reverse. So as you can see, I've been slowly moving this buy stop down to right above the bars, and there we go. So now we get filled, and all of the traders that we're trying to sell here are starting to panic. They're starting to realize, oh no, I'm wrong, and the prices are going to change here and reverse. And so that's why these traps can be very lucrative, because not only are we buying here, but we're also trapping a lot of traders. So what's going to happen is all these traders are going to have to try and exit their orders as soon as possible. And the only way they can exit their order is to buy back all of the shorts that they sold. And what that's going to do is it's going to move the prices up and help us get our 1-point scalp. So let's look at this trade again. It was a two-legged pullback, which I like to tell you is this is a good place to sell, but it's only a good place to sell if the trend is bearish. But when we looked at the trend, it's actually somewhat bullish because we are starting to bottom here. So when all of these traders come in and sell, you want to be stalking this trap and slowly moving it down until it breaks above a bar. And that's exactly what we got. And so we got filled on our order, and now we got our 1-point scalp, and now we are 3-0 for the day. So let's see how far this runner can take us. So I thought this runner had some high hopes. It looked like it was pushing up higher, but nope. We just got stopped out here, and I think we got about a point on that runner. So at this point, we are 3-0 for the day, and we are up $562.50. So this is looking very good for us. It is about 7:50 a.m. now, and I'm just looking for one more trade to close it out for the day. All right, so it's been about 40 minutes since our last trade, and as you can see, the bullish trend continues here. So with a bullish trend, I'm always looking for two-legged pullbacks, and what we're seeing here is we are seeing one leg down here, and then we are seeing another leg starting to form. So let's wait for prices to break above one of these bars, and that will confirm that the two-legged pullback is in progress, and that will be a good opportunity for us to buy, as a lot of other smart traders are going to also be coming in and buying that two-legged pullback. And another thing that you can also spot here is that there's also a trap to the downside. So if we see prices, if you start here, you can see that there's one leg down and there's a second leg down here. So not only are we buying a two-legged pullback where a lot of smart traders are going to come in and buy, we're also trapping a lot of these traders here who are thinking that this is the top. So since we have both smart traders coming in to buy, and we have all of these new traders who are trying to sell this top, well, they're going to be in pain right now, and they're going to try and cover their positions at the same time that smart traders are buying. So we get both traders coming in and buying, which is really going to help push these prices up higher. Prices have been grinding here for quite a while now, and that's probably just because there is some resistance here. So there are some traders in denial trying to sell this, but no, we do push through and we get that 1 point scalp. So now we are 4-0 for day, and 4 trades a day is one of my target goals for my morning session. So I'm very happy with this. It is also about 8:20 a.m. So now it's time to start getting ready for work. I'm just going to see how far this runner will go, and then I'll be closing up shop after this. I'm trailing my stop here on this runner just in case prices do decide to turn down off the top of this trend line and then come down to test the support of this trend line, which is something that is very highly likely to happen. So I want to capture at least, we're capturing at least a point here on this runner, and I'll be super happy with that. So it does look like there is a big bearish bar here, and it looks like prices are going to cut through our runner and kill it. But you know, we always want to hope for the best. So let's see if that's actually what's going to happen here. Oh, there we go. So we do get kicked out of our runner, and now we are finally done for the day. We are up $762.50. So that is a very good profit for me. I am very happy for that. It is now about 8:30 a.m. So we have been trading for about 2 to 3 hours now, and I am ready to head out to work and move on with my day. And that's the end of this video, guys. I hope you learned a lot from it. If you have any questions about any of the live trades that I took, you can always comment below and I'll be happy to help. And remember, this is a video series, so if you want to follow along and continue to learn, please subscribe to my channel where you can get the latest updates on the videos that I post. Alright guys, I will see you at the next video. Happy trading.